Welcome to Satica 2050. I'm joined here by the president of Satica. Yes, Maqula.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes, just take us through the overall view of the competition itself. Satica, this is 2050.
Well, I think it's been quite an experience,
Yes.
a magnificent experience, so to say. The atmosphere here has been inspiring.
Yes.
The musical aspect of it has been great. Choirs have prepared very, very well.
Yes.
And throughout the week, they've performed exceptionally well.
Yes.
In all our programs, including the outreach program, it was fulfilling to see our youth going out to the community,
Yes.
extending their hand, helping those in need in the name of Satica.
Yes.
Something that we regard as the highest value. So I can safely say that this festival has been a resounding success.
Yes.
I've been interacting with most students and other organizers overwhelmingly.
Yes.
They seem to agree that we've organized a super event. Of course, there were challenges along the way. But what I particularly admired about the conduct of all of us during the Estate Fort was that even when we were experiencing challenges, we were eager to resolve them as a collective and work together. There was just a positive spirit left, right, and center.
Yes.
Hence, I can say overwhelmingly, we've had a very, very, very good festival. And as I go home now, I'll go home a very proud man.
Knowing that
And I'm
your
sure,
job-
my job has been done very, very well. And we've had 2 institutions coming in for the first time. In fact, it's 3,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken. It's Mateo, TVET College from Free State, Vembe
Yes.
from Limpopo, and Northwest University Val. Those
Yes.
are the 3 institutions that came in for the first time. And the kind of interest that they've shown is also the one that motivates us as the current leadership to work harder, because there are people who are seeing the value of what is it that we're doing. And their level of preparedness was absolutely amazing, both from an administrative point of view, where they complied with everything that we asked for. They sent their registration forms on time. They were always calling to inquire, and the actual performances that
Yes,
they presented on stage, some of the older choirs felt intimidated. You'd expect a choir that is coming in for the first time to be reserved and still observed, but they just came and assumed their space within the larger group and made it a point.
Yes.
That everybody notices that they are around. That's the kind of confidence that this kind of festival
Yes.
sort of inspires our young people to be.
Yes.
And I think on our part as leadership, we are so thrilled.
You have done your work.
Yeah,
you have done your
yeah,
work so
yeah.
far, because now it's just to sit back
Yeah,
and see all your preparation as they happen.
absolutely.
Are we gonna see any new institution coming on board maybe next year?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Look, before we came into office as this new leadership last year,
Yes.
there were a lot of challenges within the organization at an administrative level, around issues of accountability, governance, and all of that.
Yes.
It's matters that we came into office and fixed immediately. If you remember, that's why we had a policy conference.
Yes. Yes.
And
Just read.
and read to the administrative and
Yes.
governance system.
Yes.
And the other problem was the level of organization of the estate fort itself. People would start whenever they want to. There was a lot of ill discipline with the choirs. People before used to prioritize entertainment ahead of what is it that needs to be done. But
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sure you've noticed here. We started on time and we concluded things on time.
Yes,
the
on
level of
time,
organization
yeah.
was great.
Everything
The
was
choirs were
good.
disciplined. They responded to the clarion call, because the reason they've managed to do that is that we as the leadership were very firm Even most choirs, as a result of the bad things that happened in the past, left the association.
Oh yes.
But now they're starting to see the
Yes.
good things that
Yes.
we've introduced, and they are coming back. And even the new choirs now are showing an interest. They've come in, so I'm certain.
Yes.
Next year we're gonna have more new choirs coming in,
Coming on board.
and even those that have left the association
Yes.
will find reason to come back now, because we've inspired them again. When people come to Satica, they must get their value for money, including the audiences.
Yes.
Yes, I think we need to improve on that area. But equally, it's linked to the issue of bringing in audiences
Yes.
that are not necessarily the participants.
This participant. True.
Because that has got revenue implications of its
Yes,
own,
yes,
where
yes.
we're going to make money through that, but also we're going to have audiences.
Yes.
But I agree. We need to conscientize our choirs.
Yes. Yes.
To value their own performances and performances by the other.
Yes.
Because
yes.
this is what this is about.
Yes.
It's about creating a national teamwork of young people. So we will conscientize them. It's one of the areas of improvement.
True.
After the festival, we will engage with them, and then come up with methods
Ways
that
of-
are agreed upon by all of
Yes,
us
yes,
to ensure that people play their role as well,
Yes.
by remaining inside the hall and giving an ear to
Yes.
other performers as well.
Satica this year, for the first time in years, it managed to attract people like the mayor. The mayor of Tshwane came.
We have always argued that Satica is an association of great value, and if you remember correctly, my utterances on the first day, they were centered around the fact that we don't sing just for the sake of singing. There's a value to what we're doing.
Yes.
Because we address many issues around social cohesion, national pride, and because those issues speak to also national identity, something that our government is grappling with.
Yes.
So you use music, which is something that everybody loves,
Yes. Yes.
for them to combine their efforts and embrace their diversity and understand that they can be able to form partnerships
Yes.
to change the plight of our people. That is what is at the background of all of this.
Yes.
That ability to combine people from all different backgrounds and languages and cultures.
Yes.
Get them to find a common purpose and work towards that common purpose. And we managed to do that.
Yes. Yes.
Because you've got people who come from Venda, from the Eastern Cape. They just combine, they mingle, they look beyond
From different backgrounds.
Yeah, they look beyond their differences and
Yes.
look at what unifies them most. And it's what the country needs.
Yes.
It's what
Yes.
the country needs. It's the kind of attitude that psychologically the people of South Africa need. Because if you manage to get that, it means we can create the kind of social relationships that we need to transform society
Yes. Yes.
and tackle the major challenges that are facing us. Poverty, inequalities, and unemployment. You need a society that works together to address those challenges.
True.
And here, it's a way of teaching these people, because these are young people, they
Yeah.
are future leaders, and they must embrace this notion of working together and not focusing on their differences. I'm saying this because we've always been crying that government and business do not see the value. And we're very delighted to have the mayor here, because for the first time we saw a senior government official, because a mayor is senior in the
Yes. Yes.
seeing the value of what we're doing, and actually coming
And
himself.
even taking time to come.
Coming here himself, addressing the people, interacting with the students and other participants,
Yes.
and actually acknowledging the value that this association brings.
Yes.
I mean, we tackle many things, issues of HIV and AIDS.
Yes,
We're dealt
yes,
with here
we
today,
dealt with.
because it's a big problem and it's affecting mostly young people. And
Yes,
and now we're
yes.
using music to conscientize them. Issues of alcohol
Drugs,
abuse and
yeah.
drugs abuse
Yes.
were dealt with here. Community service, because selflessness is something, it's a core value
Yes.
This ability to think of others first ahead of yourself.
True.
Because we've got that problem. The problem we have as a nation, and sometimes we blame it on unknown factors. The fact that you've got some of our leaders
Yes.
and other influential people who end up focusing on only themselves is that we have run away from the core principles
True.
of selflessness. And here we are saying to the educated youth, there is a value in you giving back to the community. There's a value in sacrificing something to empower others.
Yes.
Because the fact that you are a graduate today, the fact that you are qualified today, somebody somewhere sacrificed something for you to get there. Now you also have got a responsibility to sacrifice and inspire another person.
Well, yeah.
So that we must share our successes. I once said to them this other time, look, you are going to be qualified and become professionals and make a lot of money. You must think about what kind of contribution you'll make back to the community. A simple thing. We young people like the materialistic things, the nice stuff.
Yeah.
You can spare the 300 rands you're going to buy a bottle of whiskey for and give it to a child who doesn't have shoes to go to school so that they may be confident enough to go to school and follow your track and one day be successful.
Yeah.
So we are helping the government in a way by doing this. And
Yeah.
for the mayor to have come here, it was particularly inspiring. Yeah, we are particularly pleased by that. Advocate Mayekiso is the president of the Eastern Cape Choral Music
Yes.
Association.
Yes.
He came here specifically,
All the way from this.
all the way from the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
He came here specifically for Satica. He is also part of the coordinating team
Yes.
of Confessor, which is a national body
Yes.
that is in a process of being established,
Yes.
which would be a national body of all choral bodies. So he came here specifically to experience for himself. And we were particularly pleased
Yeah. Because if
to have
someone
such a high-profile person coming
taking
all
his
the
time,
way
all the way from
the Eastern Cape and just being here.
Yes.
And it was even more fulfilling for us
Yes.
when he came here and he said, gentlemen and ladies, I'm blown away.
Yes.
Because you can understand he's been a choral administrator for many, many years. So he's been exposed to many choral institutions and events and many other events outside the choral fraternity.
Yes.
For him to come here and give us the thumbs up to say we've done well,
Yes.
it's absolutely fulfilling.
And also there was a president from Tshwane Choral also. Tshwane Choral.
Absolutely, we've been working with them ever since deciding,
workshop
ever since deciding
Yes.
to come to Tshwane.
Yes.
They are the first people whom we spoke to say, Satica, this year in 2015, we are going to Tshwane.
Yes.
We would like to enter into some kind of a partnership.
Yes.
Let's have a dialogue amongst the two associations because it's important to recognize local associations
Yes.
and collaborate with them and work with them.
The one that share the same sentiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also now let's just wrap up. Satica workshop 2016.
No decision has been made as of yet.
Yes.
The bidding process is now opened.
Okay.
All our member choirs have until the 30th of August
To be.
to submit proposals, and on the basis of those proposals, we'll take a decision on what to host.
Yes.
We will have a policy conference in September
Yes.
this year, and that policy conference will be held at the institution that will
That
appoint.
competition.
Yeah, in fact, on the 1st of August, they will be
Yes.
receiving the music for next year. It's been done, prescribed. It's just that for next year, we're making a few rectifications.
Yes.
For this year, if you noticed, we did mostly Nguni music
Yes.
in the African section,
True.
Xhosa and Zulu.
True.
So next year, we want to bring in other languages.
Yes.
So we're just finalizing those things with the composers. So by the 1st of August, we'll be issuing out music to them.
Yes.
And then by September, we'll be having the workshop. And that will give them something like 10 months to prepare.
Yes.
Which is also one good thing about
raise
us.
the standard, the level and stuff.
The
Mr.
standards
President,
will be
thank you very
great.
much for your time. I know you're a busy man. Somebody's looking for you somewhere, somehow.
Yes, okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
All
And I
right.
hope to see you at the policy conference
Okay.
as you are preparing for the next competition. And I think the standard's going to go high. As you said, 10 months to prepare.
Yeah.